Hi guys, it's Jenny and I'm here with another Pilates workout for you on the mat. This one is going to involve a fitness circle, also known as a Pilates ring, affectionately known as the ring of torture by many of my students. So I've got 3 different tensions you can see here, and that depends on manufacturer. It depends on how you're feeling, how strong you're feeling today. I think the softest one that I have comes from Power Systems Plus, which is a fitness supplier. You can always go on Amazon and check it out. Also Balance Body, which is one of the major Pilates suppliers, I think brings us this sort of a medium weight ring. So I'm going to take you through a few moves on the mat using a ring. If you do not have a ring handy, you could substitute any soft ball that you have. For most of what we're going to do, this is focused on adduction. The adductors are the muscles of the inner thighs. And when we fire our adductors, it helps to assist in the deep core contraction. So that's can't be a bad thing, right? So we're adding some assist and some help to those muscles to wake them up. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to use the medium ring. All right, you guys, we're going to start with some deep breathing. Go ahead and lie back. Have a little pad under your head if you find that your neck is feeling tense, or as I do, you have a little bit of forward head, a little bit of rough posture going on. So always have something to help you feel a little bit better. You're going to grab a hold of the Pilates ring right between the 2 palms. We don't, generally speaking, wrap the fingers. It's just too easy when you do that to use superficial big muscles, biceps and triceps. Really what we're focused on is where your arm originates, which is at your back, the stabilizers for the scapula and the upper back muscles. So we're going to start with some scapular isolation. Speaking of that, on a nice deep breath in, you're going to reach the ring upward, protracting the scapula, feeling them come wide apart in the back of your body. As you exhale, a slight press on the ring and pull your shoulders to the mat, slightly thinking of pulling the scapula together. Inhale, reaching up, mobilizing those scapula. Exhale to the mat. Now I'm applying pressure as I pull down or towards the mat or back with my shoulders. But you could apply pressure as you reach forward or up, firing into those serratus anterior muscles a little more. Or you could work both ends of the range with squeeze, pressure. Good. Next thing, check in, make sure that your back is in a mostly neutral position here. So I'm trying not to tuck my butt under or flatten my lower back, but to just let it be. There's a little bit of a gap here. Yep, I could stick my fingers under here. And without overarching, I'm going to try to reach overhead. So this again involves those muscles that wrap around here, from the back, around the scapula, around the rib cage forward. They're helping me to reach for anything that I'm reaching for during my day. Reach for a kid, reach for a bag of groceries, without loosening my core, without my back being affected. Exhale, slight squeeze. This time I'm not reaching forward, so I'm not destabilizing those scapula. I'm just keeping them where they are and beginning to reach overhead. Inhale to reach up. So what I'm thinking of is tightening the muscles right around my rib cage, without tucking under. Really important. Distinguishing core from buttocks. Good. Now I'm going to add on to that a hip roll or a bridge. So I'm going to exhale, rolling my hips up. Inhale, reaching the ring over to my halo. Exhale to roll the spine back down. Ooh, feel those hamstrings. And then inhale, arms reaching towards the ceiling. Now those of you who have practiced this Pilates exercise before, the peeling of the spine, slowly articulating, moving, you might notice that with your arms overhead, it's a little bit more difficult, especially up here in this section, to get some movement through your back, but also down at the bottom too. So think about moving through those spots where, you might feel tighter. That's going to help our roll downs. It's going to help, ooh, there it was. When I
exhale really help me move my back. It's going to help all around feel better, right? Feel like our spines are not locked up, not tensing up throughout our day. When we learn to connect and contract that core and move our backs. So the second set we're going to do is working in tabletop. So you're going to now contract a little deeper. So I think of it as it's that moment before a 2-year-old jumps on your belly. Like you're really ready for something, ready for action. This does involve a slight pelvic tilt for many of us, so a little more activity. Find the ring, and you can choose inner thighs or inner calves. Where does it work better for your body? We're gonna just squeeze while holding tabletop. The further out your legs go, so the more true to tabletop, which is 90-90, the harder it is. So if you bring it in a little closer, you'll feel your back touching down. You'll feel your core contracting more readily. So we add on to this, of course, the head lifted position. And if you're looking for more, you can also straighten your legs out. So we exhale and inhale. I'm working to have that, that flattening feeling effect from those deep abdominal muscles, as well as the curling up. And then we're just going to try, just stay here. Whoop, I've lost it a little bit. I'm going to bend my knees. 2 more. And then come back in. My favorite of the ring relaxation exercises, bring around the knees and circle. So when I had my legs out straight, I just noticed that my abdominal wall was bulging a little bit. And so I pulled my knees back in. I was more true, more honest to where I could hold steady and build some strength from. So, you got to work at the level that you're at today. We're going to work on bridging with the ring. So I think that I'm going to go with the inner thighs. Although it's a little bit close to me, I think it's going to work best for squeezing. So you take a deep breath. This bridge is about holding your body, your spine that is, in a nice neutral position. So rather than tilting and curling, in a sense, I'm going to squeeze and then lift and hold my back in one piece. I like to say it's like your back is a 2x4. I'm going to move my arms aside so you can see a little bit more about what's going on in my torso. Deep breath in, exhale to squeeze, contract the core and lift up. I am trying to focus on those glutes, lifting my hips. Not a lot of, tucking under of the pelvis, right? We're just trying to hold it nice, long, and neutral through the hips. And stay here and squeeze. I'm going to squeeze on the exhale. And you'll notice a little widening of the knees on the inhale. 4 more here. Try to keep your feet steady on the mat. So in other words, I'm not rolling out and in each time. It's just my inner legs that are working more. And then lower slowly, gently back down. Okay, the add-on. We're going to cut the reps down to 4 squeezes at the top, followed by 4 pulses of the hips. So this is focused on the posterior hip, the glute muscles. Your hamstrings are doing their job anyway. Our hamstrings for most of us are pretty tight from sitting. So they tend to dominate. So many of us, they don't need help firing. Exhale to squeeze 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And then without arching my back, I'm going to lead with my tailbone slightly down and then squeeze to come back up with my glutes. Inhale down. 3. I'm still squeezing the ring meanwhile. 2, and 1. And then slowly come back down. Rest, relax the knees, widening them. 1 more set, you guys. Same thing, squeeze and lift. Technically speaking, I'm not supposed to turn my head when I'm in a bridge or in an inverted posture, but I'm doing it to be heard. Pulses of the glutes, 4 in the spine in your bridge, 3 and 2. Keep those ribs moving with your spine, and 1. Lower it down and rest. And grab a hold of that ring. Let those knees wag side to side. Relax the inner thighs.
Last thing I want you to do with the ring is lie on your side. This is the hardest part of the series, believe it or not. They're all hard, but this one is harder still. So you come onto your side and you try to find the ring, a spot between the legs. I've got a little blanket here that I just rolled up because I find if I didn't have it, I would get an incredible neck ache by the time I finish this series. I'm just gonna press down while I'm working that strength of my core. Inhale to lift it up. Again, you can see, you can't really see any light shining underneath there, but there is a little lift of my waist, right? So I'm not leaning like so. There's no C curve on the top. My waist is lifted. My core engages evenly. Adductors pushing down, connecting together. One more here. Now you're gonna press with both sets of adductors, both legs. I'm gonna use my kickstand hand, that's the hand on top. That's just a steadier. If you can do it without, more power to it. Still trying to squeeze, right? Trying to work both legs. Good, and then come to the other side. So as I said, just a little snippet there. And this whole thing is just a little taste. There's always more that we could do in the series if we had more time. Find the ring between your legs. Plop on down, pressing top leg. And again, lifting my core up. Beware of your lycra content of your pants will make a difference in how you can keep that ring steady or not. How easy it is. Now I'm gonna press and lift both. And my waist is moving a little bit, but I'm trying not to like roll. I'm at a funny camera angle today, but I hope you can see that I'm still on the side of my hip. 4 more here. I'm also trying to think of that breath, that work with my core, especially on that side, those obliques, the QL. One more. Lower down and come on back out of that. Good, we're just gonna end rolling onto your back. Grab your ring, put it around the ball of the foot. Other leg can be bent or relaxed. Just give your hamstrings a little nod here. Oh, that's a very big lump under my head. Open the leg out. So stretching those adductors. We'll try to keep steadiness through your hips. Back up to the top, a little bit across the body stretch. Those glutes and outer abductors and rotators. Back to center and switch sides. I do tend to work with the ball of my foot on the ring. If you're not working with a ring, you could use a band, right, or a towel. Anything that you have handy that can catch a hold of that foot. Of course, a belt, right? Good old-fashioned belt. Holding steady across the pelvis, bring the leg up, and another way across the body. Back into center and shake it out. And that has been our ring workout. Hope you enjoyed it and give me your feedback. Let me know what else you're looking for in terms of Pilates workouts online. Thank you so much.